The game plan is brought to you by Max Jazz Games, whose game Kung Pooby you could be playing right now. Your gaming week is sorted with Kung Pooby, available now on the iOS App Store. Kung Pooby stars a cat, which is a famously hairy creature. You don't need 90 minutes of battery power to shave a cat. You could shave a cat in probably 20. Pete's like,
that cat is going to resist. That cat is going to resist.
That's going to be a long shave. The game plan is where we look at the games that come out this week so you can plan out your week in video games. Peter, let's take a look at what's dropping this week, starting off with Where the Heart Leads, which is coming out Tuesday, July 13th for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Where the Heart Leads is a dreamlike narrative adventure game where you'll grapple with the full spectrum of life's complex emotions. Step into Wit's life to navigate the adventures of childhood, the triumphs and anxieties of being an adult, and the uncertainty of old age. Experience an entire lifetime of choices and their consequences. There's another consequence if you hop on a boat, and that's if you get lost at sea, which is coming out on Thursday, July 15th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and the PC. One of the most important moments in your life? Lost at Sea is a game about life and death, about coming to terms with your past and family, set on a beautiful island. This game will force you to face your fears and take stock of your life through imaginative puzzles and a relatable story. I like how it's set on a beautiful island, and then it's all about confronting the past. F1
Nude.
2021, nude of course, is coming out on Thursday, July 16th for PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series console, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Every story has a beginning in F1 2021, the official video game of the 2021 FIA Formula One World Championship. Enjoy the stunning new features of F1 2021, including the thrilling story experience Breaking Point, spelt BRAKING, two-player career, and even get closer to the grid with real season start. If you want to get so close that you could observe the rubber on the road, then when you want to check out Observer System Redux, coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on Thursday, July 16th. The year is 2084. In a dark cyberpunk world shattered by plagues and wars, become a neural police detective and hack into the jagged minds of others. Make use of anything they felt, thought, or remembered to solve the case and catch the elusive killer. And speaking of elusive, LeBron James! Space Jam, a new legacy, Xbox Series consoles and Xbox One, Thursday, July 16th, or if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you get early access to it right now. Jump into virtual action, play as LeBron, Bugs Bunny, and Lola Bunny in Space Jam: A New Legacy. The Game, a classic arcade-style side-scroller featuring fan ideas, retro art style, and fun for the whole family. Battle across diverse digital realms to stop the evil ALG Rhythm and his cyber forces from taking over the world's electronics. And finally, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD is coming to the Switch on Thursday, July 16th. Take to the skies, draw your sword, and experience the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda series. Join Link in his high-flying quest to save Zelda, a childhood friend who must confront her destiny, soar between floating islands, and descend to the treacherous surface world in this updated HD version of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword game. And those are the games coming out this week. Peter Burns, what is on your game plan?
On my game plan is Observer System Redo.
Good.
This is by Bloober Team, who I only know because of the Medium. But clearly they had a history before the Medium. And I think Gus was talking about this a couple of weeks ago.
He was, yeah.
But this cool that this is getting an update because it looks super shiny. I like a lot of what the Medium did. Rutger Hauer's right there front and center. So I think this could be a cool one to jump into. I'm not expecting it to be as maybe as many modern ideas in terms of technology and stuff as the Medium did with the split worlds, but I think they executed the story pretty well. So I'm going to jump into this and get another cyberpunk gross mystery and see if these guys have the chops to do a Silent Hill as well. I want to see more of that DNA because there is, of course, rumor that Bloober Team's... Rumor? Or are they actually? No, it's still just rumor that they're working on a Silent Hill game.
Yes, they're working on something, and it's definitely a Silent Hill game, but no one has it yet. That's a good choice. I've been meaning to check this out for years. It's always on a sale, and I'm always like, I'll play that because it seems like my kind of jam. The Redux could be the way to do that. So, I may join you on that for the consoles. So I'm going to do something really awful, and I'm going to actually mention a game that I didn't mention in the list because Evil Spy Boy pointed it out, and I did know about this, but it just wasn't on the list I was looking at when I was making the list. I'm going to be playing Raptor Boyfriend: A High School Romance, a dating sim about a teen girl who moves to a small secret community of cryptids, romance a magical fairy, a sensitive Sasquatch, and a bold velociraptor, a satirical 90s teen drama about trying to find love in the last year of high school. I've heard about this game. I've tracked this game for a little bit. This seems like if Steph and I were still making a series called, what did we agree on? Pump and Dump?
Playdates. Pump and Dump was a part of the Playdates. The Playdates is a much sweeter title.
Playdates, then we would be checking this one out for sure. But it's coming out this week. It's coming out on July 15th on Steam. It's got a really cool sort of like 90s art style. I don't really know what a 90s art style is, but when I look at the art, I'm like, yes, that is the 90s. A lot of it has to do, obviously, with the clothing, but there's sort of like just the vibe about it is very sort of that a bit of that dirty 90s look, your sort of Daria style art, which I'm really into. So that, and there's a big part of me that also wants to play F1 2021 because I love F1, but I'm really bad at the F1 games. The F1 games are just so technical, and it's not really how I like my racing games. But I might dabble in that just because it's such a fun sport to watch, but it feels like it's gonna take something that I love and turn it into nightmare fuel. There it is. This is Raptor Boyfriend.
I maybe could have pulled it off in the old setup, but not in the current setup. Is F1? Does it have enough toggles to become arcadey?
It has,
like, to become a comfortable, just like, you only break sometimes kind of game.
Yes, it does. I think that the thing that makes F1 interesting is not the racing. The racing is the last interesting thing about F1. It's all the strategy and planning and drama behind the scenes that go into the race, and then how that all executes in the race. And so since I won't be doing any of that, and instead it's just about how fast can I go around what are essentially very boring circuits if you're not the greatest driver of all time, then it's to me it's not really the kind of experience I'm looking for. But at the same time, maybe I could become Williams are going to be looking for someone to replace George Russell when he swaps over with Bottas, so maybe that could be me. I'm just saying. So that is the games coming out this week for the game plan. Let us know what your game plan is on our Discord.